Hi, everybody. Welcome in to another edition of the Marlins Minor League Report, where we give you a heads up on the week that was in the Marlins minor league system with AAA Jacksonville, AA Pensacola, High A Beloit, and Low A Jupiter. I'm Jumbo Shrimp broadcaster Matt Davis, and it's time to hear about the week that was for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. And well, not too many positive things to say. This week, Jacksonville has lost 5 in a row. It's the first time they've lost 5 straight since being swept by Durham the last 2 days of April and the first 3 dates of May. They would end up getting swept that series in Durham. So the Jumbo Shrimp will look to take a win home tomorrow to conclude their series with the Norfolk Tides before they hit the road for 6 against the Worcester Red Sox in Worcester, Massachusetts. However, this week has not been all bad. Robbie Snelling continues to shove here in AAA, and he struck out 9 over 6 innings back on Wednesday.
Here it comes. Wave and a miss, a curveball on the dirt, strike 3. Robbie Snelling strikes out the side, and in his last 19 2/3 innings, that is 32 punch-outs, 1 walk. Ridiculous.
So far over his last 4 starts, Robbie Snelling 24 2/3 innings. 38 strikeouts against just 3 walks, and that is over 4 starts. He has truly mastered AAA. Jacksonville wraps up their series with Norfolk tomorrow, and again, they will send another capable pitcher to the mound. Morgan McSweeney has been absolutely fantastic for Jacksonville. He has posted a 3-0 record and a 1.34 ERA since being signed by the Marlins out of independent baseball.
Hey everybody, this is Pensacola Blue Wahoos broadcaster Eric Raymer with an update on the Marlins AA affiliate in the Southern League. It's been an up and down week for the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, or to be more accurate, it's been a down and up week. The Blue Wahoos lost their road trip finale in Montgomery on Sunday and looked absolutely flat in their first 3 games in their series at home against the defending champion Birmingham Barons. The Blue Wahoos lost 13-2 on Tuesday, 7-5 on Wednesday, and then collected only 3 hits in a 9-0 loss on Thursday. Their division lead, which was once 6.5 games just less than 2 weeks ago, was suddenly down to 2. But the Blue Wahoos dug deep, and they got a big, badly needed win on Friday, a 2-1 win over the Barons, thanks to a strong pitching performance from the bullpen and a 7th-inning homer from Mark Coley II. Then on Saturday, they pulled out all the stops for a memorable 5-4 victory. The Blue Wahoos' top prospect, Thomas White, struck out 9 guys over 5 innings of 1-run ball. And though the Wahoos did blow a late lead with 2 out in the top of the 9th inning, Eric Radicek delivered his most memorable moment in a Blue Wahoos uniform.
This would be his signature moment in his time with the Wahoos. 1-1, Radicek swings, high pop-up, shallow right. Out is the second baseman, Antonacci. Bat to the infield, it falls. Coley's coming home. We're all coming home. The Wahoos walk it off, 5-4.
Yeah, it might have been a pop-up past the drawn-in infield, but it's a line drive in the box score and the 6th walk-off win of the season for the Blue Wahoos. As a result, the Blue Wahoos are suddenly back up 3.5 games on their next closest pursuers. Montgomery's been swept in 2 doubleheaders in the span of 3 days, as the Wahoos seem to have found their mojo at the right time. Series finale against the Barons is Sunday at 4 o'clock Central. Jacob Miller's on the mound. And then the Wahoos begin a big series on the road in Columbus on Tuesday. 12 of their final 25 games in the regular season are against a team that might have the best chance at tracking them down in the standings. Until next week, this has been Eric Raymer with your Wahoos Update.
Hi, this is broadcaster Adam Glover, and this is your weekly update on the Beloit Sky Carp. Kind of a weird week for Beloit. In the midst of a 6-game series with South Bend, the Sky Carp lost the first 3 games. And if you listened to our minor league report last week, then you'll probably remember that Beloit was in first place. And I shouldn't say was, they still are in first place thanks to a bit of a slide by Quad Cities and South Bend being a little bit behind. Despite Beloit kind of in a bit of a skid, they are still at the top of the division, but South Bend is right next to them. And though it's been a bit of a weird week for the Sky Carp, the story continues to be the new prospects and recent draft picks producing early and fairly quickly to begin their careers. And the perfect example was in a 7-2 win on Friday when Iva Arquette in the bottom of the first inning smashed his first career home run.
And the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into right field. This is well hit. Snell going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and that ball is gone. Iva Arquette with his first home run rounds the bases, and he ties it up in the first inning. It's 1-1 on the bomb. Apo Taco from Arquette.
And later on in the game, second-round pick Brandon Compton clubbed his first career home run.
And that's a line drive into right center field gap, and it is all the way back, and that ball is gone. It's a home run for Brandon Compton. A 3-run shot out of here. And the Sky Carp now lead it 7-1. What a day for the newcomers.
Great to see the two of them have so much success so early on in their young careers. And though it's been, again, a tough week, still been a very successful second half of the Beloit Sky Carp. Though they have seen their division lead dwindle just a little bit, they have plenty of time to right the ship as we're only halfway through the month of August. I'm Adam Glover, and this has been your weekly update on the Beloit Sky Carp.
With the Jupiter Hammerheads, I'm Ian Binky. The Hammerheads are still in last place in the FSL East Division with 20 games left to play, but several players are heating up at just the right time. 19-year-old outfielder Esmail Valencia has been sensational ever since he joined Jupiter as part of the Jesus Sanchez trade. He has reached base safely in all 10 games he's played with Jupiter, with hits in 9 of those contests. He boasts a .417 average with an OPS over 1100. He blasted his second Hammerhead home run in Friday's win over St. Lucie. Valencia has also stolen 6 bases in his brief stint with Jupiter. On the mound, Julio Mendez has taken the reins of the rotation. The 20-year-old left-hander has fired 17 consecutive scoreless innings. His last 2 starts have resulted in shutout victories for Jupiter, including a 7-0 win over St. Lucie on Friday. The Hammerheads head west to take on Clearwater next week, still trailing Daytona and Palm Beach for a playoff spot. For the Jupiter Hammerheads, I'm Ian Binky.
Thanks to Eric Bramer, Adam Glover, Scott Kornberg, Ian Binky, and Brennan Erlinson. I'm Jumbo Shrimp broadcaster Matt Davis, and this has been the Marlins Minor League Report.